Boxing King Media in association with Boxer with me, Spencer, Oliver, Spence. Listen, a lot of people doubted Chris Eubank Jr. They said he was finished, he couldn't do it. That was a special performance.
We all doubted him, if I'm totally honest. There was not a lot of people in the boxing world, a lot of people that knew the sport, that actually give him a chance. There was people around here when we come up on Tuesday or Wednesday that were giving Eubank a chance, but they were just casual fans. Not a lot of people thought that he could go in there and dominate the way that he dominated there from that opening bell. That was a superb performance to deal with, deal with the demons that he had to deal with going into that one. You know how conclusive that first fight was, the knockout, and how devastating that first knockout was. How Chris turned that around was beautiful. You know, the first couple of rounds, they were both struggling to get into it. There was, you know, a lot of tension in there. They couldn't find their timing. And then all of a sudden, Chris slipped into a rhythm, started finding his jab. The uppercut was key for there. The uppercut was beautiful. Was it the fifth round he had a knockdown with the uppercut? And I don't know if you noticed it, but Liam Smith's legs were all over the place for a number of rounds. He kept flipping the legs out. There was something wrong there. I don't know what it was, but the coordination wasn't right. But Smith done what he does, man. He bit down on his gum shield. He pushed it until he couldn't push it anymore. But credit where credit's due for Chris Eubank, because that was sensational, man. That was a career best performance. He deserves a world title shot off the back of that.
I mean, Liam Smith won the first fight convincingly. Chris Eubank wins the second fight convincingly. Does this automatically warrant a third? Do you want to see a third fight?
Listen, I'd see it, definitely. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Definitely not. You know, I think that fair play to Liam Smith. You know, he gave Chris the opportunity in the second fight, so let's see it again for a third time. You know, because you just don't know with these two how it would turn out. Like I say, look at fight one, fight two totally different fights. But you know, tonight is Chris Eubanks. He owned that tonight. He went in there and it was a top class performance. Atmosphere up here as well. AO Arena, Manchester fans, insane. They've been brilliant all week. But tonight especially, that was insane, man. Atmosphere was off the scale.
Kell Brook was in attendance. He said, I'm scouting the winner.
Yeah,
Conor Benn was here as well. If he doesn't fight Liam Smith, do you think he'll be enticed by another fight, one of them maybe?
Listen, there's fights out there for him now, isn't there? There's opportunity for him, do you know what I mean? Let's see what Conor Benn does, see if he can sort his situation out, get that cleared up first. That's most important. You know, Kell Brook, he wants to come back. That's a great fight out there for him as well. There's big fights out there for him. Whatever Chris decides to do now, I mean, he's going to go away, he's going to have a rest, and he's going to enjoy that moment. Because, man, I've got to tell you, to turn that around like that, the demons, man, like speaking as an ex-fighter, to overcome that, that was fucking sensational.
I mean, with the changes that he made, clearly had a positive effect.
Yeah. Say that again, sorry.
With the changes that he made, bringing in Bomac, etc., nutritionist.
Listen, Bomac was genius. I spoke to him on Wednesday and I said, Bomac, what are you going to change? What can you implement into the style without confusing him? And he said, Spence, it's quite simple. We go back to basics, and that's all we do. Strip it back to basics. Stay switched on 3 minutes of each round. At least, yes, of course, we're going to have a game plan, but we're going to slowly introduce that as the rounds go on. That was perfect, that game plan there. But what Eubank done was he stayed switched on for 3 minutes of each round. That's what he had to do. And as the rounds were going, he was growing in confidence. Great performance, great teamwork as well.
Spence, appreciate your time, mate. Safe travels back.
As always, pleasure.